Welcome to Everyday Woman, and it's time to weigh in. We've got an easy one for you. What is love? Stacey, that seems pretty simple to answer, right?
It's simple, and I always ask that question because when I ask my husband, how does he know he loves me? He said, because nothing else matters.
Oh, you big sweetie.
You are lucky.
Love. That's love for me.
That is an easy answer. But let's open up the dialogue. Jezlan, you know, we had asked you a while ago about what you look for in a mate. Is it easy to kind of overlook what you might expect out of love versus what's there?
Of course, especially in the beginning, because you have this idea of what it could be, and you fall in love with that idea or that ideal, rather than the unhealthy reality of what your relationship is.
That's a good point.
I know I'm a victim of that all the time.
Even still, people keep a mask, usually for the first year or
yeah.
so. After the 2 years, it's like, oh, that's where the real comes in.
I put on my best face.
Yeah, everybody does their best face, and it's like, whoosh.
Exactly.
Well, you know, one of our associate producers, Patsy, told me a story about how we interpret things in a different way and what we see and we hear. Do you think that we do that a lot, Holly, with when it comes to love? We just misinterpret things sometimes?
I think so. I think you've got your eye focused on that ideal that's stuck in your head, and then you kind of miss some of the little things that might be just as important, but you're so stuck on, but I want this, I want that, and that 8-year-old fantasy that you have with the dress and the wedding and all that.
Or just the different ways that we show our love.
Right,
you know,
yeah.
I may show my love in one way, and my husband's like, I don't care if you do the laundry. That doesn't show
Right.
my
Well,
love, right?
that's the whole love language.
But I love you.
Yeah,
Folded
exactly.
your
We have a
shirts.
book on that called The Love Languages.
Yeah,
Right,
there's
yeah.
apparently 5 different love languages, and we
Exactly.
all speak them differently, and the key is to understand your
Right,
partner's
right,
love language so you
right.
can speak that to them. Well, that's a mystery.
Exactly. You know, and I think if we're all honest in the beginning, we misconstrue love and lust.
Yes.
Right? We misconstrue
yeah.
those two. It's really lust that turns into love.
Right.
Or you have a problem if you love lust.
You'll never be
Leave it to my girls right here.
Well, you know, one of the things I struggle with, especially with relationships, you know, is love enough? So, Cinderella, do you think sometimes does love have no limits, or I mean, can it transcend any problems, or you know, sometimes can you love people but it's not going to work out?
I think unconditional love has no limits, like where there's no boundaries, you know, but if it's conditional based off of, you know, status or money or sex or some of the things that we mentioned, then definitely, you know, you can fall out of love. But even still, like, I just think that every day we're constantly evolutionizing, so sometimes you just grow apart, you know, if you're not doing that day-to-day check-in, effort, communication, but unconditional love, no boundaries, and I think can transcend.
Well, that is a beautiful, and we're going to leave it at that. And you can find more information at everydaywoman.com, and join us when we come back.